Did you know a land exists where songs summon herds from miles away, and public restrooms frame the northern lights? Norway, a kingdom carved by fjords and steeped in Viking lore, whispers tales of ancient traditions and breathtaking wonders. In this Gozi journey travel documentary, we unravel 15 astonishing facts about a place where nature and history intertwine, inviting reflection on a world both wild and wise. Join us as we wander through Saunas perched on cliffs, fairy tale parks, and a culture that feels like a timeless saga, waiting to be explored. Norwegian women, grace, strength, and independence. On May 17th, Oslo's streets burst with color and pride during Norway's National Day. Women glide through the capital in bunad gowns, each a stunning work of hand-stitched art, often worth tens of thousands of dollars. Crafted over a year, these heirlooms, passed down through families, weave regional stories into their intricate designs. Worn for everything from festivals to weddings to parliamentary debates, the bunad is a proud emblem of identity, radiating elegance that captivates onlookers. But beneath this grace burns a fierce independence that shapes Norwegian women. These women devour books, reading 15 a year on average, outpacing Europe. They helm corporations, steer banks, and command respect in parliament, often while their partners handle home and kids. Norway's commitment to equality shines. Paternity leave is as routine as a weekday. This is the only nation to have boasted a female prime minister and central bank governor at once. A beacon of gender equity. With Europe's highest share of female CEOs, lawmakers, and military leaders, they redefine power. Their strength draws from Norway's wild heart. Many trek solo through dense woods, paddle to secluded islands, or find solace in mountain cabins, recharging amid snow-dusted peaks. This bond with nature fuels a quiet, unshakable confidence. From shaping policy in the Storting to hiking Jotunheimen's trails, Norwegian women blend heritage with bold ambition. Ever known someone whose spirit seems forged by the land? Curious about connecting with them? Comment number 8 for tips on reaching out respectfully in this travel documentary journey. Festivals that pulse with Arctic soul. Norway's festivals are a vibrant celebration of its Arctic heart, blending ancient traditions with modern flair. In the far north, the Sami Easter Festival in Kautokeino transforms frozen lakes into stages for reindeer races, replacing horses or motorcycles with the thunder of hooves on ice. The Sami, Norway's indigenous people, fill the air with haunting joik chants, rhythmic drumming, and the vivid colors of their traditional gakti outfits, bright blues, reds, and yellows that rival any fashion week. Each clan's distinct clothing style turns the festival into a living gallery of heritage, a scene straight out of a travel documentary. Beyond Kautokeino, the Geiranger Fjord Festival invites visitors to immerse themselves in one of the world's most stunning UNESCO World Heritage Sites, where music and nature intertwine. For thrill seekers, the Rjukan Ice Climbing Festival offers a playground of frozen waterfalls, some towering over 300 feet, drawing climbers from across the globe. These festivals aren't just events. They're a testament to Norway's ability to fuse its rugged environment with cultural pride, creating experiences that linger long after the snow melts. The Sami Lavvo, a cultural haven in the snow. In the icy expanses of northern Norway, the Sami people live in harmony with the land, and their Lavvo tents are at the heart of this connection. These conical snow tents, resembling teepees, are more than shelters. They're cultural sanctuaries where stories are told, bread is baked, and fires crackle with warmth. For Sami children, the Lavvo is a natural playground, where they learn to start fires, sing joik, a wordless chant that once silenced the Eurovision stage, and call reindeer by name, adorning them with bells like cherished friends. The Sami's gakti outfits, with their bold colors, have graced Oslo Fashion Week, blending ancient craftsmanship with modern style. Inside the Lavvo, families gather around campfires, sipping coffee and eating stew while the distant howls of huskies echo through the snow. This way of life, recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage, is a reminder that even in the harshest winters, a quiet flame of tradition warms the soul. The Lavvo isn't just a tent, it's a living link to a civilization that thrives in harmony with nature, teaching lessons of resilience and community. Kulning, the song that calls the herds. High in Norway's northern mountains, a sound rises, clear and piercing, echoing across valleys for up to 6,500 feet farther than 20 Empire State Buildings stacked end to end. This is Kulning, an ancient Viking singing technique developed by women to herd cattle from afar. Its haunting melody, born in the wilderness, is so powerful that entire herds stop grazing, lift their heads, and walk toward the singer, as captured in viral videos with millions of views. Kulning is more than a practical tool. It's a form of sound meditation, often called yoga for the mind. Singers release emotions through its soaring notes, connecting with the wild in a way that feels almost mystical. Today, Norwegians, Swedes, and artists worldwide practice Kulning, and it's under consideration for UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage list, not just for herding, but as a bridge to Nordic memory. Can you imagine a song so powerful it moves animals and stirs your soul? Comment number 4 to hear the world's most far-reaching cattle call and feel its magic for yourself. Trolls, Norway's mischievous guardians. In Norway, trolls are more than folklore, they're a cultural cornerstone. From the winding roads of Kinsarvik to Oslo's bustling city center, statues of trolls with bulbous noses, wild hair, and chubby bellies stand as whimsical guardians. Locals believe they bring luck and ward off evil, a nod to legends that trolls turn to stone under sunlight. This explains the surreal rock formations dotting the landscape, like Trolltunga, Trollpikken, and the Trollfinch Troll Garden, each steeped in myth. The global spotlight found Norway's trolls through Netflix's Troll, which racked up 75 million viewing hours in its first week, transforming these creatures into cinematic stars. At Hunderfossen Park, Norway's fairy tale Disneyland, over 150 troll statues create a magical world. Visit the Troll Museum in Tromsø, where virtual reality plunges you into Norse mythology, making you feel like you've stepped into a saga. Gift shops brim with troll figurines, wood, plastic, stone, some taller than you, proof that these guardians are as beloved as ever. The Lofotr Viking Museum, a journey back in time. Step into the Lofotr Viking Museum, and the 21st century fades away, replaced by the sights and sounds of 1,000 years ago. At its heart is a 232-foot Viking longhouse, meticulously rebuilt on its original foundations, once home to a powerful chieftain. The sheer scale of it stops you in your tracks, evoking the grandeur of a lost era. But this isn't a museum where you merely look at Viking life. Row the Gokstad ship, a full-scale replica, across icy waters, feeling the rhythm of oars as a Norse adventurer would. Staff dressed as blacksmiths, weavers, and chieftains speak an Old Norse-style language, pulling you into a historical drama. Dine in the Great Hall on slow-cooked lamb stew, ash-baked bread, and mead, the drink of the gods, as firelight flickers and Viking music fills the air. Outside, the Viking Animal Garden introduces you to Nordland horses, dwarf pigs, and longhorn cattle, descendants of Viking livestock. A walking trail winds from the longhouse to the dock, through fields and pine forests where sunsets paint the sky like an oil canvas. This travel documentary moment makes you feel like a time traveler, fully immersed in Norway's Viking soul. Oslo, a capital of contrasts. Oslo, Norway's capital, feels like a paradox, a bustling city with the tranquility of a Nordic village. Nearly 80% of its new cars are electric, making streets whisper quiet, with only the hum of engines drifting by. At Aker Brygge Harbor, you can hear waves lapping beneath wooden bridges, a reminder of Oslo's intimate bond with water. With over 239,000 islands and fjords, locals use boats like Americans use cars, kayaking to Hovdoya for picnics or commuting to Jovik's historic neighborhoods. By day, Oslo moves at a leisurely pace. Stroll from Karl Johans Gate, a vibrant pedestrian street, to the Royal Palace, then unwind in Frogner Park, home to the iconic Vigeland sculptures. As night falls, the Barcode district by Oslofjord lights up with waterfront cafes and bars, their reflections shimmering like a Nordic mirror. Grünerløkka pulses with live music, drawing artists and travelers to its eclectic vibe. Museums like Fram and Kistefos offer quiet reflection, while Oslo's creative energy makes it a city of contrasts, calm yet vibrant, traditional yet forward-thinking. Hunderfossen Cultural Park, where fairy tales come alive. In Lillehammer, Hunderfossen Cultural Park is a place where fairy tales aren't just stories, they're experiences. Step into a snow maze, wander a dwarf village, or climb a fairy tale castle, and you'll feel like a child again, no matter your age. Games inspired by local legends let you leap into the Snow Queen's world or ride a sleigh with Old Man Winter. The park's magic lies in its ability to bring families together, grandparents, parents, and kids climb towers, splash down water rides, and solve puzzles side by side. In winter, Hunderfossen transforms into a wonderland, with ice hotels, ice churches, and a festival of lights under falling snow. Its 4D motion theater, honored with the 2023 Thea Award, blends music, lights, and emotion so vividly it feels like you're inside a fairy tale symphony. Here, education happens through play, teaching curiosity and ethics through hands-on fun. Hunderfossen isn't just a park, it's a celebration of Norway's storytelling spirit, where every visit feels like stepping into a myth. Norway's saunas, a ritual in nature's embrace. Sauna bathing in Norway is no mere pastime. It's a sacred ritual woven into the fabric of the land. Unlike Finland's private saunas, Norway's are built in breathtaking settings, on fjord edges, beside frozen lakes, or among snowy peaks. Through massive glass windows, you watch the northern lights dance or snowflakes fall. The sauna's 194 degrees Fahrenheit heat enveloping you as the Arctic world unfolds outside. This contrast of warmth within, cold without is the essence of the experience. A moment that feels like it belongs in a travel documentary. After a session, many step outside to breathe crisp air or splash icy water on their skin. A practice that relaxes muscles and sharpens the mind. In Tromsø and Lofotr, floating saunas let you paddle to the middle of a lake, sip ginger tea, and lose yourself in the silence of snow. Norwegians, from teens to octogenarians, see saunas as soul therapy, a place to escape deadlines and reconnect with themselves. It's a ritual of living slowly, deeply, and in harmony with nature's rhythms. Grass roofs, Norway's living architecture. In Norway, roofs do more than provide shelter. Covered in lush grass, sometimes even grazed by sheep. These green roofs are a testament to Norway's blend of beauty and ingenuity. A 6 to 10-inch layer of grass insulates homes, cutting heat loss by 90% in winters that plunge to minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit and keeping interiors cool in summer. Some, like those at the Norsk Folkemuseum in Lillehammer, have stood for over 300 years. Their greenery still vibrant. In rural areas like Gudbrandsdal and Telemark, communities hold contests for the most stunning grass roofs, adorned with flowers and artistic nameplates. This tradition has spread to Oslo, where hotels, restaurants, and museums embrace green roofs as a sustainable trend, now inspiring cities from Canada to Japan. Norwegian schools teach children to craft mini grass roofs, passing down lessons in eco-conscious living. Have you ever seen a building that seems to grow from the earth itself? These roofs are Norway's way of living in sync with the land, a practice as practical as it is poetic. Finnmarksløpet, the sled dog race that unites a community. In Alta, less than 300 miles from the Arctic Circle, the Finnmarksløpet unfolds a sled dog race that's as much a cultural celebration as a competition. Europe's longest dog sled race, it transforms the town into a festival of community spirit. Schools close, locals line the route with Finnmark flags, and the air buzzes with excitement, as if the World Cup has come to the Arctic. Huskies, the true stars, have fan pages, statues, and their names broadcast on local TV. Artists carve race moments from snow and ice, creating a transient art gallery under the northern lights. Visitors savor grilled reindeer and birch tea, while locals don traditional clothing and sound ancient horns in a ritual echoing Viking times. The dogs, powerful yet gentle, embody Norway's connection to its wild heart, making Finnmarksløpet a cultural treasure that draws you into its warmth and wonder. Ureddplassen, the world's most stunning public toilet. Along the FV17 tourist road, Ureddplassen redefines what a public toilet can be. Perched on a coastal cliff, it offers sweeping views of the Norwegian Sea, where the northern lights swirl on clear nights. Its curved roof mimics ocean waves, and mirrored glass reflects fiery sunsets, earning it praise in Arch Daily and Dwell as the world's most beautiful restroom. Costing $2 million equivalent to 3 Tesla Model 3s, it's a TikTok sensation, with visitors lingering to film its surreal beauty. Beside it stands a memorial to 42 sailors of the Ured submarine, adding a poignant layer to the site. After a quick stop, you can stroll down rock steps, sip tea, or write poetry by the sea, feeling like you've wandered into a sci-fi film. Ureddplassen isn't just a restroom, it's a destination. A place where even the mundane becomes extraordinary. Norway's natural wonders, a living postcard. Norway's landscapes feel like they've been plucked from a dream. The Hunderfossen cruise, stretching 1,500 miles, winds through fjords, past ancient fishing villages, and under the northern lights, offering a journey as long as a trip from California to Texas. Preikestolen, a 1980-foot cliff above a sapphire lake, makes you feel like you're standing between sky and earth. Gozijourney, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, evokes Norse myths with its sheer cliffs and cascading waterfalls. Bergen's 900-year-old district boasts colorful wooden buildings that outshine any Instagram filter. Borgenstave Church, built 800 years ago without a single nail, stands as a marvel of medieval craftsmanship. The Atlantic Ocean Road, often called the world's most beautiful drive, curves over the sea, its bridges rising and falling like a serpent. Norway's beauty is relentless. Every vista is scene that needs no embellishment, a travel documentary unfolding in real time. Cost of living, the price of paradise. Norway's pristine landscapes and high quality of life come with a cost about 30% higher than the US. In Oslo, a one-bedroom apartment in the city center runs $1,800 a month, dropping to $1,250 in the suburbs. Utilities, including electricity, water, and heat, average $220 monthly, with high-speed internet at $58. Dining out is steep. A simple meal costs $18, and a dinner for 2 at a mid-range restaurant can hit $100. Grocery shopping requires savvy budgeting. A gallon of milk is $7.40, and gas prices reach $7.30 per gallon. Public transportation, efficient and reliable, costs $67 for a monthly pass, while gym memberships average $45. Dental care isn't covered by public insurance, requiring private plans or out-of-pocket payments. A single adult living modestly needs $2,000 to $2,300 monthly for stays over 90 days. A residence visa is required, with options for workers, students, or family reunification. The cost is high, but the safety, cleanliness, and beauty make it worthwhile for many. Comment 1 if you'd settle here, or 0 if it's too steep. Norwegian cuisine, a taste of tradition. Norwegian food is a bold reflection of its land and history. Rakfisk, raw trout or salmon fermented for months, is a pungent delicacy served with thin bread and sour cream, evoking winter feasts of old. Brunost, a brown cheese with a sweet salty, caramel-like flavor, surprises newcomers but is a breakfast staple and hiker's treat. Farical, a simple yet hearty lamb and cabbage stew, has been the national dish since the 1970s, its warmth a comfort in cold months. For adventurers, kviklunsj, a thicker, richer cousin of the Kit Kat, is a hiker's essential, tied to childhood memories and holiday treks. From wind-dried Viking fish to lye-soaked cod at Christmas and delicate waffle rolls in winter, Norwegian cuisine weaves nature, nostalgia, and innovation. Each dish carries a story, its flavors lingering like the memory of a fjord sunset. As we close this chapter of Gozijourney's travel documentary, Norway emerges as a land where ancient traditions and modern marvels coexist, where every fjord, festival, and bite tells a story. From the Viking longhouses to cliffside toilets, this kingdom invites you to live its saga. Join us for more adventures by liking, commenting, and subscribing to Gozijourney. Let's keep exploring the world's wonders together.